Hi everyone. Hope you're all enjoying the lovely hot weather that we've got outside. It's TJ back with another episode of the Princes of Parma. This is episode 3. Where have we been since I last saw you? So obviously the end of the last episode was this game against Hellas Verona, which for those of you who've seen it, you'll remember it was a pretty dirt game, very poor. To be fair, the next game against Sassuolo wasn't much better. We went with the 4-4-2 wide play again to start. And then we went, as you can see, we had a goal disallowed, very tight offside call. And then we went 1-0 down pretty much straight after half time. Javinho was having another stinker. So we hooked him off, went to the gegenpress, and about 10 minutes later, Javinho's replacement cutting in from the inside forward position on the left-hand side scored a nice little tap in at the back post. But wasn't meant to be because Gregoire Defrel scored with about 10 minutes to go. So, but you know what? We lost, but there was a bit of encouragement. The gegenpress seemed to work really well, so we went with that for the next game against Fiorentina. And we absolutely flew out the blocks. 1-0 after a minute, goal disallowed after 3 minutes, keeper own goal and a penalty, but then Fiorentina started to sneak back a little bit at the end, so it was squeaky bum time, but we did hold on to win. Bologna, we won 3-1. Crotone, we won 4-0. And then we had a little league game. Cup game, break from the league where we won 2-0. And then Lazio, we lost 1-0 to. This was a bit of a tight game. The stats don't really show the true story. So first half, we had about 5 shots. 2 or 3 on target. Lazio we were penning them back. They literally scored with their first shot on target in about the 36th minute, which was a long ball forward, knocked down, and he smashed it in from about 30 yards out. As you can see, they then did miss a penalty in the second half. They were pretty much all over us. So they really sort of won the second half. So first half, we were unlucky to go behind, but I think on the face of it, the result was perfectly fair. This Sampdoria game was very frustrating. We went 1-0 up. They came back in the second half. We then equalised, and then Max Svensson, one of our new signings, so I'll go into in a minute, played an absolute hospital pass from about this position. Tried to find Jagliolo. Did not, basically. Quagliarella nipped in, won the ball, had the shot, saved by Sepe. Came back to Quagliarella, who squared it for Keita Balde, of all players. And he completed his hat-trick in the 94th minute. So that was a very sickening game. Although I can't really complain too much because I actually played that game last night. I've just had to redo this today. And we did lose 3-2 again. Public service announcement. If you ever go into team report and go into match analysis, I think it is, or is it analyst report, match analysis. If you then go into individual match analysis, walk away, do not click anything here. As soon as you click on here and you click a game, the game just breaks. It doesn't crash your computer, just the game just absolutely flips out and rages big time. You can't do anything, it just stays stuck on generating match report. You try and quit the game, you Alt F4 or even down from your taskbar. It comes up with a little, do you want to save before you quit option, blah, blah, blah. You can't do anything with it. The only way you can come out of it, I found, is just by force shutting down your computer. Looking on forums, it seems to have been a problem they've had over the last few editions. There seems to be no concrete fix that seems to work for everyone. So yeah, don't do it. I appreciate, you want to try and maybe break into the match analysis a bit more, but yeah, just does not work. Exciting thing now is transfers. So this is what we've got coming up. So, obviously I've already touched on Arezzo joining, Cornelius is joining. All these transfers, these top 3 were done before I came in. So this was, obviously sort of boxed off in the game. Transfers out. Matteo Darmian, obviously he was at Inter last season. He was kind of, did help them win the league. He was already going. Bruno Alves, though, was one. We got an offer from Vancouver Whitecaps for 350,000. So he's going to go and play in Vancouver in the MLS. He's worth 215k. He was going to leave for nothing next season, I imagine. So I was more than happy to get a bit of money for him. So he's not leaving until January, which is fine because that allows us a bit more time to bed in the likes of Anelak Matozic, who we did actually manage to pinch from Malmo for just 6 million, 2.5 up front, and the rest in add-ons. Papetti, we did get him in on loan just to give us a bit of cover. Max Svensson, this was kind of prompted by Gervinho's atrocious form, so our scouts picked him up. He came from Helsingborg, so we got him for 950k with a couple of add-ons, taking it up to about 1 million. He's done all right. Not exactly set the world alight as such yet, but his average rating is 6.78. He's got a goal, he's got an assist. When we look at his lordship, where is he? Gervinho, he's injured, thankfully. Average rating 6.46. He's been absolutely awful, like so bad. Like I should have expected this because on FM20 he was pretty awful as well. To be fair, he's just terrible. He's averaging. I think that is the highest rating he's had while he's been while I've been here. Like playing competitive games. Has been something like a 6.4. Look at that average league rating, 6.38. Atrocious, so bad. So he will be staying out of the team for the foreseeable because I just cannot rely on him. We've had a few injuries, and someone who has stepped up quite nicely has been Nonto. Actually been playing him on the wing a little bit just to sort of make up for the fact that Dennis Mann and Jan Karam have been injured. And you know what, he's done all right. He got an assist against Sassuolo. He made 5 appearances. A few of them have been off the bench. Let's see. Two starts, 3 off the bench. You know what, he's actually doing all right. Where are we now? We are about to play Juventus. The league table, I'll show you now. We are currently 10th. We're actually 2 points off Juve. They've had a bit of a poor run of games. They started really strongly. They didn't concede in like the first 3 or 4 games. And then they played AC Milan and lost 2-1. And since then, they kind of seem to have bombed out a little bit. This isn't a game I'm expecting to win, I'll be honest with you. I am setting up on my counter-attack game plan. Excuse me. So we will, we'll see. Basically, the aim is going to be, can we hold them off for as long as possible? And if we can nick a win, fantastic. If we can't, at least keep it respectable. I appreciate that's probably very defeatist, but I am just conscious of the fact that, this is Juventus. Just because they've been having a poor run of form, I always used to find they always used to bring it against me. So I could be playing them on FM20 and they could be doing really, really bad. Really not playing well. And then they come up against me and all of a sudden it was like, Ronaldo, everyone, Dybala, all just suddenly start, up in their game and they're just pinging the ball about and they just smash it in. So I think I'm going to go with Conti at wing back just because Jacoponi's not been great. And you know what? Papetti is only young. Jagliolo is left-sided anyway. So that'll probably work quite well. So we're going for a direct counter-attack. Xerxes was training better than Inglesi. I actually had to pull up Inglesi. He had a 6.2 rating, so Xerxes can play. And Nonto, just going to use his pace. It's all just going to be long balls. Get the ball, hoof it forward if we can. I might change Brugman to box, though, just for him to hopefully try and pick the ball up a bit deeper. And yeah, Kuchka needs to be really on ball winning to try and break up attacks here. Conti, I think we'll stick him on attack just to give us a bit of an outlet down the wing. So we can try and look to there. Because his crossing is fairly decent, 14. Pizzella, he's actually been really solid. He's only young. He's been really, really good. So would recommend if you're looking for a cheap left-back option, just to maybe help shore things up for you for a season, new season in a top flight, for example, just gives you a bit of security while you try and find someone a little bit better. He's only young, so he's got plenty of time to develop. So a few notable players missing out at this stage. Karamo, but he is just coming back from injury. So yeah, we want to try and, this isn't a game which is really going to suit him with the formation we're playing at the moment. It might be that we bring him on and look to utilise him in one of these attack roles. So anyway, that's enough from me. I'm rambling on. I could literally just talk about this forever. So let's get into the game. Drop your predictions below if you think we're going to win, or if we're going to draw, or if we're going to lose, and how many we're going to lose by. And if you do like these videos, please do like, subscribe, click the little notification bell so you get notified whenever any more of these videos come out. If you haven't already checked out the blog, feel free to. It's not always just going to be Football Manager content. I am in the process of working on a little blog giving my 2 pence worth on the Euros final, where it maybe went wrong for England or went right for Italy, depending on which way you want to look at it. I'm not particularly biased when it comes to England. I can kind of look at it from both sides. So yeah, hopefully it will be of interest to some of you. I'm just going to look actually, what I would have done if I was in charge. Obviously, that sounds really arrogant, but I'm sure a lot of people have got their own opinions on what went wrong in that game. I'm just going to touch on them and sort of try and look into a little bit of the analysis, maybe. So we'll see. Yeah, feel free to have a little look if you want. But yeah, let's get this started. So as you can see, our form: 3 wins and then 2 defeats back to back. Yeah, not great. So let's get started. So it's still lagging. So I did actually do a trial yesterday with this, and it seemed to work. I changed my resolution settings to 720, and it seemed to work better. I don't know, is it running a little bit better now? Yeah, I looked on the forum for some help. No, so it's still lagging a little bit. Let's tweak this. I'm just going to pause the video and we'll try and tweak it. Okay, let's see if this works any better. Yeah, a little bit smoother. It's very strange. I don't know why. Basically, I looked on some forums and it seems to suggest that if the quality that it's producing is quite high, it can cause a little bit of lagging between OBS, which is the recording software I'm using on the game. But the actual game itself, when I'm not using OBS and I'm not recording, runs like perfectly, as I'm sure you can all imagine. So it's a bit strange. But yeah, this seems to be running a little bit better at the moment. If anyone has got any tips on the tech side of things with that, because, if there's anything that people can suggest which might work better, also feel free to drop your comments below. See, that was a really laggy corner then. Oh, 18 minutes in and we're holding them off quite nicely. Oh, and then we go and do that. Well done. Good block. Well recovered. Okay. Still lagging a bit, so try dropping the FPS. See if that makes a difference. Oh, and there's a goal. I mean, it's not lagging anymore, so maybe that was all I needed to do. Not change the resolution, just the FPS. But yeah, Bernardeschi in at the far post. Okay, I mean, you know what? Let's not get too disheartened. I mean, it's pretty shocking defending. Whoever that was, let him get the steal on him. It may well have been Pizzella, typical. I've just been singing his praises, and then that goes and happens. Yeah, must have been Pizzella. Alexandro getting down the wings again. Weston McKennie, well away by Akhmedhodzic, so I'm actually playing him a little bit deeper, playing him as a covering ball-playing defender just to try and basically nip those sort of things in the bud. Anything that comes through past Bruno Alves and Jagliolo, I want him to get rid of. Nanto struggling. I mean, it's a big game. He's only 17. I've sort of thrown him in the deep end a little bit. I was just hoping, because he's got decent pace. I was hoping to make the most of that. But we have options. Can we do anything here? Come on, decent cross. Okay, lay it back. That's fine. I don't mind that. Whip it in, Xerxes. Ooh, I actually thought that was a save then, but that's encouraging. That's encouraging. Creating chances. Not many, but creating chances. Decent. Oh, here's the post. It's the post. Xerxes again tries to feed him. Unlucky. Unlucky. It's alright. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to drop Conti back onto support just to see if it helps give a bit more protection from Sandro. Okay, half time, only 1-0. Come on, fans are here, it's home. Let's go and do it. Let's go for it. Come on. Yeah, you got it. You got this. I have faith in you. I am going to take... no, go on. We'll leave him on to 1. He had a little pickup, 6.5, and he seemed motivated by that team talk, so let's give him a chance. Give him a chance to see what he can do. We've got the aging Chiellini, who, as I'm sure we all know from last week, is still an absolute beast. But let's see. Work ball into box? No, I'm not going to work the ball into the box. We're playing counter-attacking football. You want to be faffing around with it, just get it in the box as quick as you can. Get it forward. Okay, right. Now it's time to make some changes now. You know what? Let's mix this up. We'll put Pella as a target man. And we'll put Inglesi on for Mondo. See how they do. Let's put Inglesi on this pressing forward role. We'll go attack. Just to try and harry that defence a little bit. Don't really want... Oh, Kuchka, 6.4. Yeah, we'll go for Hernani. Hernani's got an absolute screamer against Sampdoria, so let's see if he can do the same. Well, that's quite a terrible goal kick. Flick on. Oh, nearly. Good block by Anel Akhmetovic there on Ronnie. I mean, that's a really interesting defensive header. Send it back to exactly where it's just come from. Okay, now, go on, run. Just run with it. Go on. Take it down. Win some sort of free kick if needed. I don't care. Oh! It's a decent little chance that. That's okay. As long as we keep getting these little sniffs, I don't mind. That's my phone. Those of you who heard that. Akhmetovic is not having a great game. Oh, he's in. Smashes it. Tipped over by Gigi Buffon. Okay. Akhmetovic is not having a great game. So I think we bring on... You know what? I'm tempted to change things up a bit, really. Do we bring on Caramo? Do we bring him on? Or do we just shore up the defence? Let's go for Papetti. Let's bring Papetti in. Come on, push it. Let's give it a little bit more than this, shall we? Come on. Get out there, Pizzella. Come on. Good save. Safe hands from Sepa. He is quite a solid keeper. I've literally just told you to do that. Okay, so push out, send it down. Yeah, crosses in. No one attacking that. Oh, dear me. We are getting our chances. We are getting them. I think we'll take Kurtic off. Where's Brunetta? He's in again. Conti's down. Crosses it. Oh, cleared away. Of course, Panucci, that man. It's in. Why? Oh, he blocked it. I thought he tried to back. He was offside. Then he thought he tried to back heel it. Then I was like, what are you doing? He was offside. 87 minutes to go. Come on. Not 87 minutes to go. 87 minutes gone. 3 minutes to go. All the way over the top. I don't mind that. Papetti wins it. Good tackle. Look at the fans. Absolutely, the ground's absolutely packed. That's going to be one thing that I'm going to want in a few years, is a bigger stadium. And that is something that I will be working towards, hopefully. Looks like this is going to be our third defeat in a row, but to be fair, against like the Lazio, Sampdoria and Juventus, losing by, 1 goal in each game, I think is respectable, considering the stage we're at the moment. Guarantee in my post-match press conference will be, you've been on the end of a tight defeat when you're expected to get battered. Guarantee it. You know what? I think I can't fault their performances, really. Some of them played really, really well. Ahmedhodzic, not so much. But you know what? 1-0 defeat against Juventus. In a result that I was very, very pessimistic about anyway. I mean, he will. He's 29, he can take it. He's resolute. Yeah, he should have scored. And after 8 games, sitting on 10th, okay, I mean, I know Roma have still got to play, but it's not terrible. I'm always interested to see who's looking like they're going to go down early doors. Because, say, for example, if Torino went down, Andrea Bellotti, he could be a little dynamite striker for me to try and pick up on the cheap if they go down. Who's Bremer? 23-year-old Brazilian centre-half. They got Lianco. They always have him. 23, actually, he's not too bad. I thought he was older than that. But anyway, 1-0 defeat to Juve, I don't think is too bad. It's not great, but I will take it. We've dropped down. These Sampdoria lost. Lazio lost to Bologna. Okay. Inter drew with Fiorentina. How's Verona beaten Atalanta? Where are Atalanta now? 14. Trino drew with Spezia. So our next game is a cup game against Cagliari, and then I think we've got Inter after that, actually. Inter are currently sat top. So not overly optimistic about that one. It seems to have had a bit of a rough run of games, actually, at the moment. 3 out of 4 top teams. No disrespect to Sampdoria, but I wouldn't really class them as a top team, even if they have got the Tinkerman, Claudio Ranieri, in charge. So I'm going to call that there for the 3rd episode. Look at that, Inter, and then Napoli, and then Atalanta. That's tough going. That is a rough run of games. Okay, so I think episode 4, we will maybe look to pick up in January. Start of the new transfer window, see what shape the squad's in and who we might be looking to buy. Maybe even go for the Roma game or the Milan game. And hopefully we'll have a better idea of where we are. Obviously at that point, free transfers will start becoming available for players outside of the Serie A. So that's something that we'll definitely look into. Any players you think I should be scouting, let me know. Did you appreciate the park the bus Mourinho style tactic that we kind of did then? If not, fair play. Feel free to comment below what you think I should have done to maybe win that Juventus game or get a result, be it a draw. Anything else, let me know, and I'll see you next time. I'm actually having to self-isolate until Tuesday because apparently I was exposed to someone about 10 days ago. So chances are I'll probably actually bust that next episode out maybe on Monday. Just give me time to sort of work my way through this. I'll see you then. And in the meantime, feel free to check out the blog. The link will be down below, and I will hopefully have had that Euro 2020 final review pushed out by then. Take care, everyone. Bye.